Coming up next on Get Caught in a Net.
Get caught in a net with Annette. For your mind, body, and soul. Get caught in a net with Annette. It's your intellectual radio show. Here to inspire you and encourage you to be your very best. Get caught in a net with Annette. Get caught in a net with Annette. For your mind, body, and soul. Get caught in a net with Annette. It's your intellectual radio show. Here to inspire you.
You are now tuned in to Mind, Body, and Soul with Annette, where your host, Annette Harris, analyze intriguing life questions and concerns, such as, do Christians suffer from mental illness? Have you wondered why they act abnormal? Or you may ask, what is really going on in their minds? Do you need Annette? Well, keep listening for a biblical understanding of the psychology of the mind.
One second. All right, there we go. Great afternoon, guys. Welcome to another wonderful segment of Mind, Body, and Soul with Annette. I'm your girl, Annette Harris. I am the host of Mind, Body, and Soul. I am the CEO of GetcaughtinANet Inc, which is how you're able to view this segment. And also, I am a two-time award-winning author of that bestseller, Surviving a Silenced Heartbeat. Listen, guys, when you come in, I'm going to encourage you to join in with us. I am back this year hosting broadcast sessions with DAG nominees, Distinguished Authors Guild. And of course, this is the 2025 nominees that I'm going to feature. So for the next, well, including to this week and the next 2 weeks, I will feature DAG 2025 nominees at 12 noon today. Back again at 6 p.m. this evening. And then next week on the 10th, we'll be back again at 12 noon and 6 p.m. And then the following week, 12 noon and 6 p.m. And we have stretched it out because there are so many nominees. And we're so excited for each and every one of them. But we wanted to feature them here on Mind, Body, and Soul with Annette. I shout out to Gina Gatson before I get started because my connection is with her. And I told her I absolutely love doing this. I love featuring them because this is a great, the foundation is great. The actual event, awards event is wonderful. And so I love to have on my platform to feature these individuals as they are promoting their books, as they are getting the word out. And you're gonna hear various stories, whether it's a personal story about the book that they've written. You'll hear their book. Books are not outdated. Okay, they're not outdated. Don't let anyone make you think that they are. People are still writing books. People are still reading books. And so we want to push and promote this as much as we can. Now, before I get started, I do want to, let me do a quick prayer. Lord, we thank you for all things. We thank you for who you are and how you are. We thank you for your many blessings and how you're encouraging us and helping us. And we thank you for the connections that we're making here. We pray that you would get the glory out of this segment and everything we go to say and do in Jesus' name. And the first part of Hosea 4:6 states, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee. And I always say, we don't want to be rejected by God. So let's come on in and gain and glean as much knowledge as we can while we're here in this present world. Now, I'm talking a little bit fast because I want to get my guests on this afternoon. I have, and it's going to be spanned out. Some individuals may be able to make it, and maybe not, but we'll see. So we're going to feature on today, actually, 2 individuals. I'm going to bring them in, and we had 4 scheduled today. But we want to send out a prayer, a shout out, a prayer to Bobbie Strutchen, author Bobbie Strutchen, and also Valrie Kemp-Davis. Unfortunately, they have experienced death in their families, and their spouses have passed away. So please, let's make sure we pray for them. My heart goes out to them. They were both due on this afternoon, along with Rashan and Rachel. Oh, we got two R's. And they were due on with them on this afternoon. So, guys, do me a humongous favor. Click the share button. Throw up the hearts, the thumbs up. The don't give me any frowns though. Don't do that. Please don't do that. If you wouldn't mind doing that for me, share, and share alike, because we want individuals, whether they come in to listen to this live while we're on, or they can come back and listen to the recorded version. They should be able to do that. We are live on my YouTube channel, Get Caught in the Net, Facebook, Annette Get Caught in the Net, and also Instagram, Get Caught in the Net. So you shouldn't miss us at all. All right. So I am going to introduce, and you see these authors I have on today. My goodness, they are here in the house. Let me, Rashan, am I pronouncing your name correctly?
Yes, that's fine.
Wait a minute, what's that? What do you mean that's fine? How are you pronouncing
it? It's just easier to pronounce it Rashan, but it's Rashan. It's a
Rashan?
Rashan, yes.
Okay, so a little accent there.
Yes.
Rashan Carter-Davison
yes.
is here on this afternoon. I hope I'll remember that. And of course, we have author Rachel Gary. And I'm telling you, listen, I don't have bios on these individuals. They're going to tell you about themselves. My connection is through Gina. And so, we want to come on and have them featured so we can talk about their book, what it is that they are promoting and pushing. Look, we were doing a little audio visual check, and Rachel told me, yeah, I'm just here. I want to encourage folks. I want to, well, go ahead now. I love it. Absolutely love it. Because that's what it's all about. So let's start off. And I see you guys are coming in. I appreciate it. Rashan. Hope I got it right.
It's okay. It's totally okay.
Tracy, she reminded me that we met 2 years ago. She reminded me we met 2 years ago. We talked after the award ceremony, Gina, in Vegas. And I told, I was thrown off because her book features her and her husband. Yeah. Her husband. She got married since last we spoke. And I said, oh my God, I remember now. Okay, this is beautiful. I love it. All right. So how are you doing on today, Rashan?
I'm doing great. I cannot complain at all. I'm blessed and just excited to be on the show and excited to release a new work, and to do it with my husband. It just made it even better.
Oh, that is so beautiful. That's so beautiful. Oh, yeah, we're going to get all into that. All right. Rachel, how are you doing?
I am always blessed on an everyday basis. I'm blessed and always encouraged.
I like that. Blessed and always encouraged. Okay. I see you. I'm picking up that energy. I love it. So let's kind of jump in, and I will actually toggle back and forth to read comments, individuals that are coming in. But I want each of you to kind of share a little bit about you, your background, introduce yourself to my platform. If they were to ask who is Rashan and who is Rachel, talk to me about who you are. Whoever wants to start first.
Well, I am Rashan Carter-Davison. I am a New Orleans native, Texas resident. I am married to my husband, who is co-author on the journal for this year. His name is Dan Davison. And I am a 3-time Authors Guild nominee, 1-time winner. I won 2 years ago for my published work of Purposeful Life, which is also a journal. Yes. And then I co-authored Taking the S Off My Chest, which was nominated that same year. And then this year released My Lover, My Best Friend with my husband. And so that's me in a nutshell. I'm a mom of a sports fanatic, which is why I have football earrings, because he has a football game today. And so, yeah, we just always busy, always active, but always doing things with passion and on purpose.
Beautiful. With passion and on purpose. Come on. Now, y'all getting me excited up in here on today, okay? A lot of times, we listen to individuals and, maybe we're giving them the platform, but y'all coming back and encouraging me. So this is good stuff. Okay, so Rachel, come on, talk to us give me a little bit of background about you and who are you?
No problem. Annette, I want to say that the beginning of your show was awesome. It made me it made me very encouraged, and it also made me feel very nostalgic as well, because it had that older feel but had that newer spin on it. So I want to say congratulations to you for that awesome intro. Now, a little bit about myself. I am Rachel L. Gary. I'm a leadership coach. And now author. Both my books, hashtag Poverty to Six Figures and Forged in Fire, were both nominated for this year with the Distinguished Authors Guild. I am also an ambassador of Distinguished Authors Guild. So in a nutshell, what I do is I speak about three things: being a CEO of your life. That's being clear in your actions, empowered by your choices, and owning your direction. And in the ways in which I do that is either through mentor coaching and mentorship, through my radio show, and now I'm just recently became a TV channel owner. So my show just went live on Monday, the CEO Mastermind, which features 10 individuals who are my mentees, but are also on their journey with their businesses towards success. So growth, development is what it's all about, and getting the mindset of that you are the CEO of your life. And that's in no matter where you are in your life, you are the CEO. And I just remind you of how to get there.
Oh, come on now. Yes. Love it. All right, y'all gonna be inspired on today. You hear me? Okay. Let me hop over here real quick. Let's see. Oh, and guys, I'm gonna show this. Rachel did put out her information, and Rashan, if you get a chance, you can do the same in the comment section. Check out her new book, Poverty to Six Figures, Breaking the Chain to Gain. I love that. I love it. She got a little copy of it. Okay, come on now. Work it. Yes, I love it. Thank you for that. And of course, Gina Gatson is watching. Thank you, sweetie. We appreciate you. And is it Sharice Sloan? I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Says hello, CEOs. Yes. Author Nikki Nicole says hello, everyone. Sharice Bennett, congrats, nominees. And Gina saying the same thing. Congrats, DAG nominees. You guys rock. Okay. I'm sure Rashan will be back. Gina, actually, she's throwing up hearts. I love it, honey. I love it. Thank you for the hearts. We appreciate it. We appreciate it. Okay, cool. And then I see, is it Letitia? Marie?
Yep.
Okay, wonderful. Gina said Rachel is the GOAT. Come on down.
Thank you.
Yes. And then author Nikki is also saying congratulations. And I know some of those that are watching, authors, you will be on Mind, Body, and Soul coming up in the next segments as well. So, okay, thank you for the introduction of who you are. We appreciate it. So let's get to talking about these books. I want to hop right into talking about your books. So, Rashan, you said this was your third book. Did you mention that?
This is my fourth book. This is my fourth book.
Okay.
So the first was a journal, and this one is also a journal, but this time it's a journal for couples. And my husband and I wrote it. Again, we got married last September, but we were married after being together for 6 years. Okay. We're a long distance couple. still long distance. He lives in Louisiana. I live here in Texas.
Okay.
And so through the migration of our relationship, and we were high school sweethearts. So we spun the block, and decided that we needed to be together. And through the course of our relationship being long distance, of course, communication is like the utmost thing to keep it going and keep it thriving.
Yes.
And so with that, as we were progressing and after going through some other traumatic things within our relationship, he was shot 3 years ago. And last August, we were prepared to be married in August, but some things came up for him mentally. And being a therapist myself, just realizing, okay, we got to revamp something, something's off. There was things I didn't catch. There was things he didn't catch, and so forth. And so when we did get married, we decided to commit a little differently to our relationship. In the midst of that, the questions that are found in our journal were questions that we asked each other, and that kind of made it more built more of the house on the foundation that was already there.
Okay.
And so that's how My Lover, My Best Friend came out, and he's truly my best friend. We constantly tell each other, if people could hear our conversations, they were like, are y'all friends or are y'all like, what are y'all? We have a good time. We talk about everything under the sun, but we also make sure that we pour into each other. And so that's why I say we definitely do everything with passion, but on purpose.
Okay. I'm every time you say that, it grabs me. It really does.
Yeah, so my company name, because I'm a therapist, my company's name is Passion and Purpose Fulfilled. And it's definitely rooted in just doing things with passion and doing it on purpose.
Okay. All right. And we should all learn that. We really should.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. I think it'll help push us further. You agree, Rachel? Yeah.
I totally agree with the passion and purpose, because it's something that I also talk about in my conversations about being intentional about the things that you're moving forward towards. And a lot of times we hear the word purpose and we're looking for something grand. It's really you just working in your circle of genius, the thing that you are do best, because God gave us all innate talents. And I think that a lot of times we lose focus on what we are really called to do and what is a calling on our life. So when she said passion and purpose, on purpose, it was like that was perfect, because it really aligns with I just use different words and framework, but it all means the same thing. When you are intentional about the things that are in your circle of genius, that's the purpose, your circle of genius, and that's the passion, your circle of genius, and your purpose is being intentional about what you're looking for in your life. So I totally am aligned with that statement, Rashan.
Yes,
I love it. Yeah, I am too. My goodness. Okay, you know what? Let me see here. Who's making that comment? Gina? Rashan has such an interesting story. The journal is one that all couples need. Now, and I'm glad she made that comment, because I kind of wanted to piggyback off of, your book and the how it came about. Of course, you say you mentioned about what you and your now husband have gone through, and then you've been together for so long. So obviously you felt a need to be able to reach out and help other couples. Is that kind of, am I summarizing that correctly?
Absolutely. Again, being a therapist, I see individuals and couples, and some of the things and issues that arise within couples, of course, kind of was like, okay, I see a trend. I see something happening. And then being a long distance couple, that is such a big thing for a lot of people. They're like, what? How do you make that work? What does that look like? It's so hard to do. And it's challenging. And yes, it can be if you allow it to be. And that's a big thing, because there are a lot of couples that live in the same home, and it's challenging.
Yeah.
And they don't deal, and they deal with more struggles than we do as a long distance couple. because it's those conversations. And a lot of times we don't have those conversations. We don't have those heart to hearts with our spouses because we don't know how it's going to feel and what it's going to look like and what's going to be the outcome. And then we get together and then we need counseling, which is great. Go to counseling. It is a benefit. But in the midst of it, in the counseling, we're still going to have those hard conversations. We're still going to have those heart to hearts. We're still going to have to show up for each other and realize how we're showing up. And is that what we need in that moment? And so, like I said, last August, we were set to be married. And he called me the Monday. We were set to be married on a Friday. He called me that Monday and was like, I can't do this. And I was like, wait, what? Come again? What you talking about? And what's happening? And so okay, I said, okay. But in that moment, I also had to make a decision to say, how am I going to move forward? Because for the first time, I can't support you because what you're hurting from is at the hands of someone else. But what I'm hurting from is at the hands of you. Ooh. So I don't know what we gonna do, but I need a moment. And in that, and we were coming up on our 6-year anniversary. Like we were getting married on our 6-year anniversary date. And so we took a step back and we re-engaged. And over the next 60 days almost, we went back to the drawing board. We went back to those things that we needed to re-solidify and recommit to each other. And then we decided, okay, I think we're okay. I think we're good. We realized, and he realized that his calling things off was in response to his trauma. And he needed to go talk to somebody that was beyond me. And then I needed to realize what I missed and talk through how I missed it. And we got that. We came full circle. And so the book, the journal really breaks all of that down. And it asks those questions that we sometimes miss. And but we have fun in the journal too. I don't want it to just be, it's a lot of hard conversation, but it's a lot of fun too. There's space for dating ideas. Dating through the ABCs is what we call it. So there's date ideas. We have a section for a playlist. So we give our own playlist of different songs that uplift the relationship. He's also a DJ. So he's like, you can't put, you got to get some of me in there. So we have a playlist. We have a playlist of just different curated songs that we found over time that has been the foundation to our relationship. So there's that in there as well.
That's beautiful. So obviously you were you had to be transparent, Absolutely. About, your feelings. And I love how you said you understood, his hurt, but then you also understood where your hurt came from. And that, started all. I love this. This, you know me. This is therapist talking, psychology talking, mental health talking. So I'm right there with you. I can totally understand. But I always tell people, our journey, your own journey, is not for you alone. Absolutely. It's not for you alone. It's for someone else, and somebody else can be helped. Now, let me do this real quick because I'm going to ask Rachel to talk about her book, but we have just been joined, thank God, with author Bobbie Strutchen. She made it on today. We were just mentioning you at the beginning of the broadcast and mentioning that we were praying for you and of course your entire family. So our heart goes out to you, but I'm grateful to see you on this afternoon. May I ask how are you coming along?
I am doing gracefully well.
I love that response. I love it. Beautiful. Well, we're glad to have you. I'm surprised, but I'm glad to have you. I didn't know if you were going to be able to make it on or not. So let's do this and hop over to Rachel. If you can give the title of your book again, talk about your book for us that are listening.
Hello. Okay, I am back. We can let Bobbie go ahead and introduce herself if you want, Annette, but that was all right.
Okay.
But well, we can let her introduce herself, and then we can get to my book. I don't want to take up a lot of time. Everyone knows I'm gonna talk about my book. Go ahead.
Okay. And you know what? Rachel and I got the radio show host, so she understands. So thank you for that.
Absolutely.
Let's hop up. Bobbie, if you can go ahead and introduce yourself to the audience, give me a little bit of background about you, if you would not mind. You can also give the title of your book if you wouldn't mind.
I am so grateful to be here and see my coach, my friend Rachel in this space. I'm so glad to see you again, Annette. You've been an amazing host in my past experiences with you. My name is Bobbie Strutchen. I am a writer. I'm also an LPN. I own a wellness business nonprofit called Just For Me Wellness. It offers individuals skills and knowledge to become self-advocates so that they can have a voice, an informed voice to manage their wellness. I'm so proud that that's a gifting that I experienced myself in the medical profession as a professional and also as a consumer. So knowledge is everything in the area of wellness. There's so many different levels where we find a discrepancy. We find sometimes gaps in the services that are provided. And sometimes it's just mainly because of lack of knowledge. So that's what Just For Me Wellness provides. I'm also a DAG, Distinguished Authors Guild nominee. I was a winner in 2024 for my mother's book, Walking on Streets of Gold. Also, I am a 2025 DAG ambassador, a proud ambassador to bring voice to our organizations on how we take those people who didn't even know that they were writers and we help them to find their vision and to see the potential that they have to write their story and release their story. So I am a little late today, but I'm honored to say what I'm about to say. When I wrote my mother's book, it was published after her passing. She passed away a couple of days after her birthday, never really seeing this book we started together. And I thank God so much for all of those key players who brought that vision to pass for her. So Walking on the Streets of Gold, although it has some sadness, listen, it's a book of victory. I did not know that same book would also lead me into the Sacred Seeds of Wisdom, a collaborative with Dr. Carolyn Stevens, who during the course of writing that book, my husband became ill and I had to refer to my first book, Walking on Streets of Gold, to now be in this space of having to prepare his memoir, which is a legacy of love, of a man becoming a new man in Christ. And it's also a labor of love. And I'm so glad, Annette, to have the chance to announce that upcoming book for my husband, who also passed away on my mother's birthday. Oh, wow. And it's amazing that when you just spoke with Rashan, telling her how our stories aren't just for us, but for others. Yeah. Well, my story, Walking on Streets of Gold, became a story for me. And it has been such a tremendous source of strength. Yeah. I'm so glad that I wrote it in her voice. And I didn't try to make it politically correct. I need every word that's in there. Rachel, You are an amazing person. Even now, for you to stand back and let me have this space, I want to appreciate you for that, because I came on because I am an overcomer,
Yes.
but I don't anticipate being able to complete the show. But it was so important to give voice to my mother's book, Walking on Streets of Gold, Bessie, the voice of an overcomer, and to also bring to light my next book for my husband. Oh my goodness, A New Man in Christ, the love story of a man and his Savior. Peace and blessings to everybody. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. We totally understand if you want, want to log on.
Totally.
Y'all know I'm a crybaby. You may or may not know, but I can totally understand. I truly appreciate her being able to come on and just share with us what she was.
I figured she wouldn't make it through it. We had our meeting last night, so I had to let her go first. I said this. I'm a very empathic person, and I always try my best to be humble. And she needed to be able to speak. So she got me crying. Thank you. I gotta call. Thank you, Bobbie, for that. But
Right. I think she got us all crying. I mean, everybody's Author Nikki, yes. Passion.
I mean, because
beautiful.
Yes.
Love
wow.
it, Bobbie. Whew, okay, so I know. Go ahead and grab this mic and let's talk about your book, if you wouldn't mind.
Okay. Oh no, that absolutely. First, I wanted to I'm going to honor Bobbie for coming on the show. And speaking about her journey. She is, well, as she said, she's one of my mentees for hashtag Poverty to Six Figures. The book itself is actually what it says is it gives you a roadmap how to take yourself for your mindset from poverty to grow so you can gain financially in your life. It goes through my journey of how I did it, but I'm huge on I create information from my journey, but also for empowerment of others. So anything that I write is always for someone to learn from the things that I went through, and that's why when Rashan made mention of that, it's any works that most authors write, especially if it's a nonfiction type of writing. You're normally writing not just to get it out on the paper. You're writing it for another individual to find success in that book and find their selves in that book so they can grow. So when I created hashtag Poverty to Six Figures, it starts off with me having my first promotion, and it goes back to the mindset that I had prior to getting there. And each chapter has an action plan. I am big on action. So as a leadership coach, I am a no fluff coach. And so I'm not for everyone, but I'm for anyone who's looking for success. And what I mean by that is that if you're ready to take action on your path, be accountable to yourself, build your integrity with yourself, I'm your coach. Because I'm going to hold you accountable to who you are destined to be.
Beautiful.
I'm gonna pull out of you the conversation that you have in your head about the things that are limiting you, and remind you those are thoughts that you are replaying in your head, and bringing those things to light of you have the opportunity to change your trajectory any day.
Yes.
Say today's the day you're changing and start making the change. It sounds simple.
Right.
It might have complexities within it, but it is just that simple.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
So hashtag Poverty Six Figures is about a journey on growing wealth. The book previous to it is called Forged in Fire. And that book there tells a story about how I got the mindset to know that I could overcome anything. My brand is I'm possible. Because the word impossible doesn't exist. The word says the derivatives of I'm possible. So impossible is just to me it's it doesn't exist.
Right.
Because the second that you understand that your limitations stop you from going anywhere. If you're having $5 thoughts, you're gonna have $5 outcomes.
Mm-hmm.
If you're having $100 thoughts, you can have $100 outcomes. But you limit yourself because you're only thinking of a $100 outcome.
Yes.
Right.
So it's gaining the mindset that is needed for growth. So within Forged in Fire, I talk about the journey of how I got the mindset, the fires of my life that I went through, the challenges that because we all go through some challenges.
Yes.
And even though your story might be different than mine, we all made it to today.
Yep.
So we show that we are a survivor.
Yes.
We have 100% rate of survival. Think about that. 100% rate of survival.
Yes.
If you make it to the next day, you survive whatever happened before.
Yeah.
Yes, we have to get our mental back aligned with growth. Yes, we have to get rid of negative thoughts and get positivity. But with 100% rate of survival, everything else is just mental.
That's
Come
right.
on now.
That's right.
Love it. Love it. All right now. I see. Arthur Farron, thanks for coming in. She says hello to us. And also she was showing love to Bobbie. I appreciate those of you who have been doing that, throwing your comments in and showing your love. We also want to make sure we extend our love to author Valrie Kemp-Davis in the loss of her husband as well. But thank you. That was I love how you broke that down. I love how you explained that. This is absolutely wonderful. So I'm listening to both of you now. Rashan, when was your book published?
I just published this year. My Lover, My Best Friend just published this year. It came out in February.
In February.
Yes.
And you, Rachel?
The Forged in Fire, that's also is nominated. It was published in November, and hashtag Poverty to Six Figures came out in June. And the third installment of the Epic Collections is what it's called, the Epic Collection: Elevate Potential to Ignite Change. The third installment comes out December 31st, 2026, and I'm going to give you guys a story about why that day once it's back on me.
Oh, okay. All right. I hear you. Now, I am going to ask you about the DAG nomination and what it means to you. But real quick, where can we find both of your books?
Well, my book you can find on www.sayiampossible.com. Just like it says, www.sayiampossible.com.
Love it. I love it. If you get a chance, can you put that into the comment section for me?
It's down there.
From your original. Yeah, there we go. You're right. You know what? Rachel, she be on it.
I tell these people, I am about business. And that's why I could tell myself I'm a leadership coach. As an ambassador, what I talk to authors about is about remembering that your book is a platform and not a book, that you are running a business. And I encourage authors to remember that when you're running a business, because this $25 book is not going to make you wealthy. It's not even gonna make you be able to buy a couple of burgers after a while, after all the time you spend on trying to get it out there. But how you build a platform on that is how you make a business.
Yeah.
So that's what I talk to people about, as I said, I'm a leadership coach. I have 25 years in leadership and operations excellence, bringing teams together, growing companies, as well as I've grown one of my companies to six figures. I'm currently in the process of growing my coaching and leadership business. But over time, the biggest thing is that we are running a business. Yeah. And yes, I think that is sometimes lost in the fact of writing. Mm-hmm. We write to get the words out, as opposed to, okay, did you write to leave it on the shelf, or did you write because you wanted someone to hear it, see it, believe it, and be with it? What was the purpose of it? Mm-hmm. So you get passion and purpose. We got to get to the purpose part of it.
Yes,
absolutely. Right. I have attempted to put it in the chat. For some reason, it's not it's not being accepted. It keeps saying comment has failed. So I don't know if it's something on my end, but
Wait a minute now. Wait. Okay, let me see if I. You know what? Can you send it to me in the private? Maybe I can
sure.
Maybe I can share it that way.
So my books are published through Amazon.
Okay.
However, I do have the links to all of them on my actual webpage, which is www.passionpurposefulfilled.com. All words completely spelled out. Passionpurposefulfilled.com.
Okay, I see that on your Facebook page. Let me see. Did you do it? There it is. Okay, let me see if I can share this and then place it in the comment section. That way you guys can refer back to it, even those who will come back and watch this segment, the rebroadcast. Okay, so let me see here. Yeah, because you guys want to get these books. Okay, you want to get them. I'm telling you, you want to get them. And there's so much more to their stories that, you know, getting the books, learning about them more, that you will find out. I mean, I know we can't pour everything into, you know, an hour or so interview, but you guys make sure you support them. Make sure you go to their pages. I'm quite sure if on social media, they'll accept you as a friend. You got to be nice though. And
that part of that, that part of that.
Okay, so there is Rashan's information. So her website, passionpurposefulfilled.com. All right.
I love that name, Rashan. I want to say that again. I love that name.
I know. You know, it truly was. I used to go around saying that every time someone misunderstood me, they misunderstood it because they didn't see my passion.
Ooh.
That it was really passion that I was speaking from. It wasn't out of anger. It wasn't out of frustration. It wasn't out of anything. I was just passionate. And I talk with my hands. I took theater from second grade through college. So right. I'm very theatrical, and it would get taken inappropriately. So it was like, no, I'm just passionate. And as I sat in learning what I was passionate about and discovering me, I started to realize that my purpose was to bring out the passion in other people, but to bring out the passion mostly about themselves, for themselves.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay. So then when I became a therapist and decided to start my private practice, I was toying with the idea of what will the practice name be? And originally it was supposed to be Purposeful Life.
Okay.
And I was like, no, that's not it. That's not it. That just doesn't give me what I need. It's not giving me the zhuzh. And so, the zhuzh. And then God said, no, you're doing things with passion, but it's on purpose and it's fulfilling for me. It's not about you, because when you come to me, I want you to have exhausted all your gifts.
Mm-hmm.
When I call you home, I want you to say, my job was done. I've exhausted all that I have given, all that you've given. So that's when I'm fulfilling who I am. Yeah. And that's just what it is. And mental health is not popular, but it's purposeful.
Yes, it is.
And so with that, again, just doing it with my passion on purpose, and there it went.
There it went. And it is. All right. So let me do this as we're wrapping up. I want both of you to share with me your feelings and thoughts about your nomination through DAG Awards. What did it mean to you? I know sometimes we can get really, really excited. You seeing that you have been nominated. It means different things to different people. I want to know what it meant to both of you. Rachel.
Okay. Hey, I don't mind going. I always concede for last. You know, when you're used to being the host, and that it's hard to go first. So
Yeah.
I'll say for me, I want to start by me being a DAG ambassador. And for me, that was when I was asked to be an ambassador. That was the first honor, for people to recognize that I am going to celebrate other individuals and look for their success. I tell people I'm not in competition with anyone. I am in collaboration with 35 awesome authors who have poured their hearts out into a book and made a decision to bring their voice to the world. So in collaboration, I was honored before I ever was nominated. I wasn't even a nominee when I became an ambassador. Okay. And I was already promoting authors on my platform, on my radio show. Distinguished Author Guild has their own segment on my radio show. Yeah. So for me, the most important thing was to get the word out there that Gina Gatson has a platform where Black authors are being celebrated. I want to pause right there for a second. Mm-hmm. We're being celebrated. And a lot of times there's competition and celebration. Now, last year I was at the event as a guest, and I'm going to tell you, I saw so much love in that room. There was so much love, even though everyone's book was nominated, some in the same categories. When a person got called up for their award-winning book, every single person who was a nominee stood up. Yes. They shook their hands. It was high fives. It was love all the way around. Yeah. That show it was not. So I celebrate excellence. Yes. And so as an ambassador, I was honored at that point. When I heard that I was a nominee for not one, but both of my books, I had a whole moment. I took a second. Because when I was writing the books, to be transparent, I wrote the books to get the stories out there so individuals could utilize that as part of my program for growth. Yeah. So I wanted them to have a better mindset, because my coaching program is rigorous. I can't say in your face, but I'm very a person who's coaching and holding you accountable. Holding your hand, no. Accountable, yeah. I got you. Hold your hand. Yeah, why me, poor me? We're not gonna do that on my watch. It's not my watch. So, and there are coaches out there who that's for them. It's not for me. I don't want us to hold on to the past and not grow. I want us to use past as fuel to grow. So, and that's how I bring things about. So when both the books were nominated, one for telling the story of how to grow the mindset that is needed for you to be able to move into a realm of making money. You can't make money with your mindset being limited. Okay. And then for the second book, to bring forth the information for individuals to say they want to be part of a mastermind. Mm-hmm. Right now, I have a mastermind every 10 weeks, and that's what my show is about. I have currently 4 spots for season 3 left. Okay. I'm in season 1. The only 1 episode has aired. Yeah. So it was so many people who were interested in real growth that is what I felt so privileged with DAG for. For connecting me with people like you, Annette. Yes. Now, yes, I knew of you, yes, Annette, and yes, Annette, I was going to reach out to you previously. But Gina was like, "Don't worry about it. I've already reached out to Annette." I said, "Okay." so. Because I see you in DAG every other day. I'm looking at your videos and I'm watching you and watching your purposeful conversations that you have. And for me, I always want to connect with people who are spirits of growth. Yeah. My circle of people I speak to is very small, because I've learned the larger your circle is of people who have derogatory conversation, that brings derogatory information into your circle. Yeah. I want people in my circle have to be moving towards 100,000 or going towards 1 million plus. Yeah. My inner circle, everybody in my inner circle are millionaires already. I don't even talk to people I speak to on an everyday basis, because I can't talk to you about $1,000. If you're harping about $600 or $500 or $10, then, and I'm talking to millionaires who will talk about how to make hundreds of millions of dollars from hundreds of millions of dollars of a deal, who I want to talk to, the person who's talking about losing 600 or the person who's gaining $1 million.
Come on now.
So
Love it.
how do you grow? You can't level up if you're still having conversations with people who are still leveling down.
Woo-hoo. Mm.
So that is how I felt about the DAG nomination. I felt that it didn't validate, it just confirmed that other people needed what I was looking for. I mean, what I was giving. They were looking for what I was bringing. So
Right.
that was how I felt about my nomination. It was a little long-winded, but I wanted to make sure I got it all in there, especially about being an ambassador, because right now for Rashan, she is a nominee. We are as ambassadors. She'll see us. We're posting her posts. We're sharing her content. We're putting her in front of audiences that she's not currently in front of, because as ambassadors, we want you to win.
I love
we
it.
want your success, and we're nominated authors as well, but that has not stopped not one of us for dropping Rashan's information in there. Hey, make sure you guys check out this book. Like, I copied her information, put it in to my VA and said, make sure that we drop it today on the show. My show is at 2:30. That's why I'm in my car. I wanted to say that I'm not unprofessional, guys, just so y'all know for the record. My show is at 2:30, and my show is on the south side of Chicago, and I live in the northwest suburbs. So I had to make sure. Yeah, so I had to make sure that I'm not gonna ever be late for a show that I'm booked on, and I wanted to make sure I was on time for mine. That's that integrity piece on my behalf. So I'm gonna show up and show out every time.
Beautiful. I love it.
So we're going to still be promoting. Like right now, the people who are dropping information in the chat are people that knew that I was coming on. They are sharing the content as we speak. Because at the end of the day, that's how we grow. To grow, you must have people in a circle who care about you growing and that are not, I'm going to make a street term here, Kai blocking and don't want growth. I don't. So that's what we're all about, growth in Distinguished Authors Guild. And Gina has given us a platform to shine, and shine we will. Shine we will.
Absolutely. I love it. Come on now. Yeah. And you said thank you for the love. All right. Why are you throwing those comments in there, Rashan? Come on, talk about how you felt about your nomination. What did it mean?
Honestly, when I started this writing part of my life 2 years ago, I didn't see me as a writer. I just created something. But then Dr. Carolyn introduced me to DAG, and she said, let's get your book in there. And I was like, okay, I don't really know if I'm gonna, do anything. This was just something that was the first book, which coincidentally was called Purposeful Life. And so I took the last 2 years off from writing because I didn't know if I had a story or if I had something to give to offer to the literary world. And then when we decided to do this, I asked my husband, I was like, you think we should put this in? You think maybe we try it out, see what happens? And so when I put it in, it came back and we became nominees. I was like, oh my God, like, okay, we got something. It was exciting.
Yes.
It definitely gives you a feeling of wow. It does take a moment to take it in because you do have such amazing people promoting you and pushing you forward and putting your name in places where you haven't even walked into or never knew existed. And just knowing that it's from genuine love and support and not, like Ms. Rachel said, it's not competition. It's not let me see if I can beat out whoever or who's the best of the best. It's none of that. It's truly just all love, all support. And it's funny because on the last show that we did, we were asked, are we going to write a romance novel? And the first thing that popped in my mind was like, no, because we have a Distinguished Authors Guild award-winning author in the romance field. I don't want to go there.
The queen of romance, Natalie Murphy.
Touch that part. She is like knocking it out. Her work is amazing. And even she came in the comments and was like, no. I literally said, I don't want that smoke. And she was like, no, do it. put it out there. So just to even know that someone of that caliber
Right.
would say such a thing and be supportive of a newbie that's just really getting her footing on what book writing is, how to promote it, what to do with it, and make it work. DAG just does so much for that, and I just couldn't be. I'm elated.
Good. You should be. Each of you should be. And let me do this. Give a hand clap to each of you. So you know what? I am saying congratulations on your nomination. And I know that it was not for naught. I know God has a plan. And even you talking about being an ambassador and how you guys are really pushing and promoting and encouraging others, that's helpful as well. So I want to thank you both for taking the time out on today, for coming in and talking with us. I really didn't get to even half of my questions that I had for you, but it's okay because we can
come back. Rashan, what you say? We can come back. I mean, we can come back and talk again. It was an awesome conversation.
Of course. We're gonna have to do that for sure. And so I'll be reaching out. So don't tell me no when I reach out. But anyway, I just want to.
It's not even my way, Annette. I was going to reach out to you anyway. I just couldn't wait to actually talk with you. So go ahead. My apologies.
No worries. So we'll make that connection because I would like to talk, to each of you on a, more. We have more time, to do it. I want to make sure that I'm talking to each of you. And talking about your book and bringing it out so others will see, they'll purchase the book, they'll be inspired. Maybe we're inspiring somebody to write a book, so that would be good in and of itself. So thank you again for the time. Rachel, please be careful as you're on. I don't know if you're at the studio yet or not, but if you're
not yet, but I will be soon.
Please be careful as you're traveling. And Rashan, thank you so much again. And I know we were trying to see if your husband was going to be able to get on and talk with us or not, but it's okay. You represented well. You did that. So you know what? I bid you both Godspeed, and I pray that God's will be done. And, with the nomination, with the winning. So I pray that everything goes well. Even, let's see, come on, Gina, November 7th, right? November 7th.
Yes, November 7th in Park Forest. We're going to be at Theater 47. Get your tickets. How about this? If you buy your ticket and you put Rachel L. Gary down there, hey, I gotta say it. The book is yours.
Come on now.
The book is yours. So I'm giving away the first 5 people who buy tickets and drop it Rachel L. Gary in the comments on Eventbrite. We'll make sure that the link is below. You buy a ticket, hashtag Poverty to Six Figures is yours. And you can follow along with us on the CEO Mastermind that is on Roku, Apple, Android, and Fire TV. Just download the BHC Media app and we'll see you in the room.
Come on now. Look, she threw on that host hat. So y'all make sure I love it though. Gina, I'm gonna talk about you again. Okay, so this is the 6th annual literary award show. I'm gonna talk about Gina because 2 years ago it could have been here in my hometown, but it wasn't. That's okay. I'm messing with you.
You're gonna digress on that, Annette?
I'm gonna digress. All right, and you guys look at the bottom of your screen. Gina did put the link for Eventbrite. For this wonderful, I'm telling you, and I did go again last year, and it was wonderful to see. I went as a guest as well, Rachel, on last year, and it was always good to see, the camaraderie, the encouragement, the push, from others, and it was a blessing to see all of those nominees and winners as well. So you guys don't want to miss it. If you're in Chicago, if you're in the South suburbs, again, as Rachel stated, it's going to be at Theater 47 in Park Forest, Illinois. My good friend, John Ruffin, the owner over there, So you guys do not want to miss this awards show. Comment from Farron says, great show, ladies. Love hearing about your journeys. Yes, definitely. So we are going to have you back on so that we can hear more about your journey. I got something to ask about that long distance marriage. Now let me stop.
I got questions myself in that. I got questions myself in that. Believe me, I'm gonna ask them on my show. So be ready, Rashan.
We'll be ready. We'll be ready.
I was sure gonna ask. I said, okay, but no, I kind of took a turn.
So Annette, just make sure you tune in when she on the show, because I'm gonna ask her those questions. It's in my notes. It's in my notes.
we are ready and prepared to do so.
My goodness, my hat is off to you, because look, I tried a long distance relationship when I was in college, and Lord have mercy, that was a time. But thankfully, I didn't have to marry that person.
Trust me, we are used to it. We are so prepared for all the questions. It is not one question. Every time we say it, it's always like, how do you do that? And
right.
Like,
well, you know
hey, because what you're gonna do is you're gonna teach people on what really a relationship is, and that's what I'm waiting. What I'm pulling out here, because a lot of us, what we believe a relationship is having someone in your presence as opposed to having someone in your presence.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely.
There's a difference.
Yeah.
And
There's a
changing
difference.
the mindset of what a provider is to what a provider should be.
Should be.
Right. I love it. I love it. And you reminded me of, was that Shirley Ralph? Her and her husband have a long distance marriage, and have
20 years.
20
years. 20 years.
So it obviously can be done. You're going to tell us how. All right, wonderful. Thank you again for coming on today, you wonderful authors, for sharing your journey, and you're talking about your book on this afternoon. Now, this evening, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. I need you guys that are on here. Invite your friends. Come on back. 6 p.m. I am going to, who do I have this evening? Let me see. I have Paula Carl, Teresa Smith Hickman, Jay Vinson, Underwear, and Latanya Woodson. So make sure you look at this promo for, we'll have it at 6 p.m. Then you'll be able to see everyone for this evening. But I need you to come back at 6 p.m. because we have another round of DAG nominees that we're going to feature. And so until next time, guys, I want you to prepare to
get caught in a net with Annette. For your mind, body, and soul, get caught in a net with Annette. It's your intellectual radio show, here to inspire you and encourage you to be your very best. Get caught in